Hi, Scorpio. Thank you for joining us. Let's go ahead and jump on in for Scorpio. People, messages for Scorpio. Forest. Okay. You know what? I'd love to get you guys a Cali card to start as well. Scorpio, please. Oh. Scorpio, any other messages if this was not the message? I think it was, actually. Let's go ahead and see. Number 24. Matangi. She is the tantric queen of outcasts, unveiling hidden inner power to thrive outside conventional society. She holds the secret teachings of the power of the voice, of the healing power of art and music. She is the divine feminine medicine for the lost, the alienated, and those who have been cast aside. If you have been denied love or respect, she brings healing and empowerment. If you have suffered rejection, abandonment, or been labeled as unworthy in any way, she brings dignity and repair. She is the ignition of a creative, joyful, and vibrant life path. The ninth of the wisdom goddesses, Mahavidya Matangi, is a wild goddess, sparkling green in color with a green parrot as her symbol. She dwells outside the confines of polite society. She eats stale food, a symbol of her power in the realm that has been discarded or rejected, and her ability to source power from that which others can't recognize as having value. Matangi sees worth where others are not capable of noticing it, yet alone honoring it. She is for those souls going through the experience of being disrespected, discarded, and not really seen and not loved and valued for their true being. She is also for those who think and seek to live outside social, political, economic, or religious systems and can thrive best by doing so. Her association with pollution and unclean food represents her power to overcome impurity and toxic energies. These include poisons on all levels, from the many physical toxins in our modern world to actions that appear holy on the surface but are rotten to the core, to the emotional and psychological poisons that steal away our peace and freedom. For those who recognize the spiritually dysfunctional lifestyles that typify mainstream mentality, who may feel uncertain or vulnerable as how to cultivate well-being and protect the planet for future generations, she provides strength, courage, and ingenuity. The Tanki opens the sacred pathway and bypasses fear and moving with the crowd, releasing restrictions or constrictions to the soul and allowing for authenticity and a deep inner aliveness to emerge. You'll know when this is happening because you will feel increasingly like yourself, responsible and free to create your path in life, while recognizing how trapped and deadened so many are around you. You will feel grateful that you don't fit in and determined to manifest something constructive with the gift of freedom and spiritual power that you've been able to access. Matangi is a liberator, and her appearance in a reading implies that you cannot find fulfillment in the dreams another has dreamed for you, nor in the values that mainstream society holds. You have a path and a purpose that needs to break with societal conditioning. And sometimes that will mean experiencing what it is to be an outsider. However, you are never alone, and really you belong to a soul tribe of unique beings with Matangi as a spiritual queen. There is nothing wrong with being different. You can find a way to belong that does not compromise your essential self, but rather frees and empowers you to belong to yourself fully. As a tantric emanation of Saraswati, Matangi opens us up to the esoteric power of speech. She is the realm of poetry, speaking and writing that inspires and uplifts, and the use of words in such a way that they have the power to change another state of being. Some may call this spellcasting. A beautiful teaching associated with Matangi is that the devotee must treat all women with reverence and respect. She will not manifest her blessings where the feminine is criticized or desecrated. We use the power she gives to honor the sacred, and her power grows in us. To use such a power to put another down is an act against the goddess and will not manifest any benefit. So Matangi's presence often indicates a time when we're learning that spiritual power and responsibility, our influence expands. In a reading, she augurs the overcoming of a toxic pattern or situation. If you have been feeling at the mercy of another person or situation, she assures you that you have the spiritual power to claim your energy as your own. She will assist you in shedding psychic contaminations or residues from others, and you need to have no fear. As Matangi operates outside systems and convention, if you're feeling afraid or victimized within a system of bureaucracy, for example, you are asked to seek sanctuary in her and trust in her overriding power. No fasts or other purification rituals, no initiations or other forms of teaching are required to practice Matangi's mantra. She encourages music and dance as a way to connect with her and receive blessings. She reminds us that the divine eye, we are lovable, worthy, and acceptable as we are, and hers is a joyful path of the heart. Wow. So this mindset shift could bring a lot more like emotional stability, security, wow, overall peace, serenity. So let's get you a wisdom of the oracle as well. Beautiful message. We have Nitya Kali on the top of the deck, and I'm kind of curious as well about that. This is definitely about your mindset or your words and how important it is, the kind of perspective that you have in the world, and how do you think about things, and how do you explain things, how do you describe things, what words do you use? So let's see, because words have frequencies. It's math. Everything that you say or think comes back threefold with the power of three. Okay, Nitya Kali. She calls us away from the world to journey inwards, where the path of sacred introversion beckons. Turning within may feel natural and unfamiliar. But in journeying within, you will gain energy, insight, and freedom from the constraints of what has been. Allow that which needs to end to do so. You shall realize you are not being denied, but released. There is something new on the horizon. Honor your losses, but keep hope in your heart for what is meant to be. Kali Nitya is the cycle of the waning moon, from the moment just after the height of the full moon into a phase of decline, right up until the black moon just before the new moon initiates the building of a fresh cycle. This moon phase embodies the natural magic inherent in letting go and allowing for the energies to run their course and die. It can be a sign to embrace the qualities of decrease for a period, to bring a cycle of experience to completion and generate what is necessary for the next, to be more abundant and nourishing than the last. Yeah, it's kind of like we need fertilizer, right? And we are still in that retrograde season, so a lot is leaving us because we're preparing for a lot of planets to move into Aries, which is, Pisces is more about letting go. It's the area of the chart that's all about letting go of subconscious patterns and leaning more into divine guidance and wisdom and grace and love for yourself and unconditional love for the world and manifesting and using your imagination in a proper way. Because we need to do that before we can actually move into our new beginning, before we actually know what we're actually going towards, right? What we're fighting for. So this is still the time when we're reconsidering ideas and thoughts. Let's see. Given our societal preoccupation with constant activity and outwardly divine-driven connection, honoring Nitya Kali requires the use of our will to honor our soul's rhythms above peer pressure. There can be resistance to embracing the crumbling away of a form once cherished, yet in doing so we give a proper burial, allowing for cleansing emotions like anger, sadness, loss, or grief in the face of betrayal, disappointment, or confusion to move through the soul. So you might want to do like a specific ritual to let go of something or release something, even if just an emotion or feeling or thought, so that you can have spirits and call your focus to manifest a better outcome for yourself. Maybe you want to imagine that you're being supported, right? And then you actually realize the next day you bump into like 5 people that want to support you or offering you support. Then the space for higher understanding, healing, and even forgiveness and gratitude for what has been learned can open up. Peace and release follow, and soon after, the readiness for the new. To hold space in the liminal, or between times when something is no longer and the superior evolution beyond a mere replacement is yet to be, requires wisdom and courage. Inner processes need to take place beneath the cover of darkness, privacy, and sanctuary. You do not need to parade or process before others, nor prove anything to anyone. This is the time for the natural inward motion and decline. It is healthy and can be enjoyable, relished as a chance to clear away and free yourself from the unnecessary burdens of mind and body. You are not used to letting go and believe you must constantly be on. Then this is a chance to expand your psychological and emotional vocabulary. Allow the divine feminine wisdom of the soul to do what it does well. Provide the method and process for healing transformations. If you are used to controlling everyone and everything, consider this a chance to step back and allow others to develop their power and responsibility. Nitya Kali's message is to give yourself time and space to truly let go. As this ending is divinely intended, you shall receive abundant blessings that will more than replace any loss or suffering you have experienced through the conclusion of this life phase. If you have been in a period of loss or grief, this oracle indicates this is coming to an end, likely sooner than you realize, and yet you are invited to allow it to find its completion naturally rather than trying to rush an ending. The oracle also predicts a closure around a matter of deep soul healing. Trust yourself in your divine timing. You will instinctively sense when you are ready to put the sad days behind you and embrace the beginning of a happier time. No matter how unlikely that seems at this time, it will happen naturally, as sure as spring follows winter. This oracle asks you to give more. Asks you to give the more challenging emotions like grief and sadness and proper honor and place. Do not avoid them, but do not allow them to consume your entire being or believe that they shall rule your life. If you feel your hands are tied and that you are unable to exert your will in the world at this time, do not fret. Often before a significant fruition, there is a period when nothing much seems to be happening. If you are attending to your inner work and strengthening your vision and intention, but where is the evidence in the result of your hard work? It is building in the soul, just like the powerful energies build unseen within the seed, ready to spring forth with unexpected and astonishing strength and vibrancy when the time is right. Let go of force, but don't give in to despair or feeling defeat. Any cycle of holding back or lack of external support for your inner work will end, and followed by a new era of divinely mandated manifestation. So there could be like a whole new beginning for you, like a leadership position, like a huge change. So you could be using these kind of chaotic winds around you to actually get a leg up in your life, to meet the right people, to disconnect from people that weren't helping you or serving you. Scorpio, whoa. Yeah, it's like stepping away from isolating thoughts, leaning more into your instincts, your passion, your drive, your happiness, your joy, your self-esteem. Especially if you're feeling resistant or guarded, I think they want you to let that go. I think they want you to lean into joy, lean into, embracing life, being mutable, being flexible. Okay, maybe you're processing some emotions as well. Transcending something. Okay, beautiful. Maybe you're transcending past ways or memories of doing things, Scorpio. Distance, taking a time out so that you can actually come into a new pattern of behavior, right? Especially if there was like a lack of self-care. Maybe somebody around you was nurturing this sense of like, you don't need to care for yourself. It's all about me. And you do need to care for yourself. And so that's why it's important that you're taking time out. You could have been like misled in a spiritual sense by demons or bad spirits around you as well. Maybe it's important that you do reflect at this time, that you can see what are projections and where are these dynamics coming from, right? Because if the common denominator of everything is you, right? So what are you manifesting? And as you do this, as you let go of projections or come to understandings naturally through this retrograde season, I think you will come into abundance and gifts and celebration, because you're actually shifting your vibration now out of any toxic patterns, and now you are being able to actually embrace any like abundant opportunities headed your way. Scorpio, best advice, please. Most important vital advice, please, for Scorpio. Most important vital advice for Scorpio: success, happiness, and well-being. The blue flame, that's awesome. That means there's spirits around you. Plasma, you know. Breath of the cosmos, beautiful messenger. Wow. Okay, let's go ahead and get you the meaning of that. The blue flame, wow. The blue flame, 40. So there could be a change in your real estate, or maybe in your emotional, how you mother yourself. How do you care about yourself? So let's see, your foundations, right? Spontaneous awakening, activation, and integration. This card is awakening and energetic upgrades. Perhaps you're going through a period of spontaneous awakening, receiving visions, and having experiences that are out of the ordinary. In the West, there is little about the process of spontaneous awakening, and it can feel very scary when we're going through it alone. Elsewhere, it can be seen as an auspicious experience, with those going through them being treated with tender care. The blue beings are thought to be activating beings with the great potential for healing and upgrading our cellular structures. So we could be having those solar flares that are changing us, right? They appear in moments of extreme awakening, activating the physical kundalini awakening and deep cellular and DNA healing. Wow. So there could be like something happening with transits. We do have Mars conjoining Jupiter tomorrow. Jupiter rules like spiritual wealth, wisdom, understanding, protection. Many people glamorize the awakening process. However, in reality, it's much messier and much more difficult than most of us believe. It is conjoining Mars, which is the planet of fight, the planet of having to step into a warrior energy, to put your needs first, right? Maybe to fight in some kind of regard, or tap more into your sense of energy, or like assertion. Let's see, or putting your needs first. We must first let go of what we think we know for sure, and how do we make sense of the world. This isn't easy. The awakening, even when it's spontaneous, takes considerable amount of time to integrate. An awakening without integration can leave us leaving very ungrounded. If you're in the midst of awakening, the process never ends. Treat this time as deeply sacred and give yourself ample space to ground and integrate the extreme changes you're going through. And then we have Breath of the Cosmos. Breath of the Cosmos, 42. Yeah, this could be actually changing your self-esteem and changing your finances. My will to thy will, micromanaging the universe. When we rely only on our own will, we're micromanaging the universe and resisting the natural flow. We're not trusting the mysterious breath of life. We're rejecting the great cosmic intelligence and relying instead on personal strength. When we do this, we find ourselves attempting to bend things to our will. We spend our time forcing, pushing, and living from a space of trying to. Everyone around us can feel it, and the universe can feel it too. You're being called to stop micromanaging the universe and trust the breath of life, to surrender to the greater will that God has for you, to move my will to thy will. When you surrender to the greater will of life, you begin dancing with the rest of life. When you bow to the great mystery and say, please use me, please show me the way, little by little you find yourself living your most authentic life. When you surrender your personal will, when you relinquish control and release the way you think things should be and surrender to the greater will, you find yourself being led, and you begin breathing the breath of life. Beautiful. Serious energy, bringing harmony and balance. So there is something that's good that is wanting to come into your life, I think. Sorry, I'm just hearing like... Okay, sorry about that. I thought it was like raining, but it's just my fan. It's very broken. Okay, let's see. It's kind of nice though. I love the sound of rain, so it's actually really awesome that it does that for me. Let's see. The messenger. I'm trying to read the last card we got here. Messenger. There it is, 92. Yeah, there's like a greater luck or wisdom or learning or education regarding self-esteem or your ability to save your money in some sense. Wow, there's a gateway opening up, especially as you lean into your assertion and your own personal independence. You might meet other people that are similar, and you guys will meet up and enter a new gateway, perhaps. You're part of the lineage of souls who have dedicated their lifetimes to the upliftment of the planet. Returning time and time again, we seed the light. The crystalline ones, the ones who are here to plant the sacredness of life back in, to honor both the sacred and feminine and masculine, to usher deep reverence back in. Many ascended masters are thought to be connected to the energy of Sirius, often appearing as a shade of blue. They hold the frequency of pure love and are here to help the masculine and feminine exist in harmony, to ensure greater balance, to help us see that we're all connected and that masculine and feminine energies exist within all. You're being called to bring about this balance and harmony between the masculine and feminine, to be a guardian of harmony and balance on Earth. Think of the whales traveling on the globe, sharing love through their healing and vibrational song. Their unique notes send balance and harmony to every corner of the planet. Rebalancing of the masculine and feminine is occurring. It's a resurgence of the sacred within us all, a returning to the sacred union within, a rekindling of heaven and earth. And you begin to bring harmony and balance by creating it in your own life. The ripples of flow from there. You can honor and balance the sacred masculine and feminine energies within yourself and others. Wow. Yeah, like maybe you're merging both the dark side of your nature and knowing how that's important part of your psyche in order to. We all need some kind of evil. It's what creates things in the universe, right? And then also balancing the light part of your life, only giving that to people who deserve it, and taking it away from people that don't, maybe, and such like that. Knowing, things like that. I don't know. Messages for Scorpio. Scorpio. Have courage to ask for and accept help. Asking for help is a sign of strength, as is accepting, as it's offered to you. Very often, when you ask God for help, prayers are answered through other people. Be sure to accept this assistance as well as give it to others as you are guided. We're still in Mercury retrograde. Sorry about the speech. Scorpio. Most important vital messages for Scorpio people and placements that you'd like to convey for their ultimate knowledge, wisdom, growth, and abundance. Scorpio. A new romantic cycle begins. This could be even maybe like a new marriage, a new business contract. Yeah. Okay, we'll get some tea leaf to finish this off. I don't think we even got tarot. Funny. Oh, we did, maybe. I don't know. That's just for Scorpio. Scorpio. Psychic. Using your intuition. Trusting your intuition. Okay, you could be maybe leaving something behind as well. This could be because of somebody's, ego or lack of joy, depression. Yeah, maybe you're keeping things secret as well, Scorpio. There could have been a lack of joy here. You could have been depressed in your marriage or something. Messages for Scorpio. Scorpio. Doink. Good news is coming in regards to family sorrow. Maybe the good news is family sorrow, especially if you're going towards a life that better serves your needs. I don't know. Messages for Scorpio. People in placements, please. Scorpio energy, please. Ooh. Okay. A distant friend is thinking of you. Interesting, and you won't be disappointed in them if you're in love. Scorpio. Messages for Scorpio. Yeah. Okay, cool. Pay attention to your health also, and that could be really important. I don't know. Sorry. Scorpio, people in placements. The temple, wow. Wowza. Scorpio, messages for Scorpio. Eros. The sustainer. Let's get your best advice. What would you like Scorpio to do most of this time? They want you to make a decision, maybe move towards love, celebrate the love in your life, unity. You might be ending something that you're not in love with anymore to move towards a better love relationship or a better understanding of love. This could be a judgment call. Answering to the call to action creates opportunity. Okay, let's get you a piece of advice from the Animal Oracle. Best advice for Scorpio. Spirit has a plan. So this could be in shared financial obligations or something like that. So let's go ahead and read. That's about being very leisurely, slowing right down, enjoying life like the koala does as it slowly chews on the eucalyptus. 35, okay. Okay, I've got it here. In nature, the koala moves slowly in the branches of the eucalyptus, leisurely chewing, reminding us that life is not a race or competition. Chasing around after every distraction could keep us from recognizing that we have all we need, and the spirit will always be there with gifts to sustain. You're being asked to trust that by moving slowly with faith and abundance that is everywhere, surrendering to a power greater than yourself, you will be able to experience manifestation of your desire. As you take time to enjoy the riches available to you right now, sitting peacefully, you begin to radiate the joy and abundance you seek. Spirit is here to help you discover happiness, pleasure, and contentment, all gifts that are yours now and in the future. Have faith and trust in Spirit's plan for you and know that you are loved and cherished. I hope you like this reading. Please hit like, comment, share, subscribe, or hit the Buy Me a Coffee link if you want to leave a tip. Embrace the in-between on the top of the deck. Thank you. Take care.